basketball game is. We didn't have a game this night. It was a Tournament of Champions. Walking down the trucks. Finals, they had a boys high school showcase that we saw, and then they had the final game, which was Washington, D.C. against Chicago, because those two teams ended up winning. New York lost and Philadelphia lost in the semifinals. So it was D.C. against Chicago for the championship. So as we out there, first we went to the back so we get something to eat. They had food trucks back there. We went and got ourselves some food from a food truck. It was like a Mexican type, Chipotle type of place. Food truck that we ate at.
Jersey trying to force a turnover. Marshall, Petit, Sabaki, Petit, McMahon, Isaiah. Got a foul. Back to the foul line.
Talked to him online through emails a while back. He's in New York, goes to school in New York, he's from Orlando. We talked for a minute, took a couple. As we sitting there eating, Nigel, who's also from New York, he had finally got into the venue Saturday night. He seen me from the inside. I told him I'd be in there after I was done eating, took pictures with him. He also took pictures with Trey and Jay. So we get in there to watch the game. It was actually a very good game. I was more excited to see Philly against New York again, but they had lost, so these two teams that I was watching, I didn't know who either of these teams had. I didn't know any of their players. But as I watched the game, they both had some really good players.
I need silence. I need silence. Oh, say, can you see?
Sequence in the game that was crazy where this dude from the Chicago team, he was guarding DC's point guard, and the point guard he was playing real high pressure defense. Point guard kind of shook him off and made him fall with a move. The crowd goes crazy, of course, the guy falls. You know, the point guard, the play finishes, whatever. Next time down the court on offense, the same dude from the Chicago team throws a bad pass. He turns the ball over. So then they come down on defense. The same guy from the Chicago team up the challenge. Some dude driving to the rim and gets N1 dunked on. So the crowd is just going absolutely bananas. Not only for the individual two plays, the crossover and the dunk, but that it was funny because it happened to the same dude. Now, this can happen to anybody. If you're playing hard D against somebody with handle, somebody might cross you over. I don't know necessarily you're going to fall, but somebody might cross you over. If you challenge a lot of people at the rim, you will eventually get dunked on. It was funny because it happened to them back-to-back plays, and he had the turnover in between, which he could control. So that was the only real funny part of the game. I don't know none of the players.
Oh, you better stop it. Let's go. Come on, dog. Stop it.
But watching them, there was some real good ball players out there. There's a dude from DC who was a real good shooter. Chicago had a couple really good scorers on their team. and Chicago actually ended up winning the tournament of champions. They actually blew the game open. They was up by like 6 points, but then DC started missing shots and had a couple turnovers, like back to back to back. And every time they turned the ball over, Chicago scored. And at one point, Chicago dunked on 5 straight possessions. They got 5 straight dunks. So their crowd, their little entourage, their bench was going crazy, and they blew the game open. They ended up winning by 20, but basically once they got those dunks in a row, the game was pretty much over. So they won the championship of the tournament of champions.
Goddamn ass now.
4 minutes to go.
Nah, they only play that in Miami. Man, I know Miami don't play that now. Somebody play that song like
Big Earn from there, Will. Yeah, we got the DS up right now. Let's go. The highlight reel is rolling. Uh-oh, the threat. Bill Cartwright, get there.
Weekend it was built that it was going to be a musical guest performer Saturday night, and nobody had ever said who it was going to be, but by Saturday night they were announcing it that it was going to be French Montana, who's from New York. He came out and did a set. He probably performed for about 20-30 minutes. While he was performing, I went to the back and looked up at the screens with the Instagram photos, and I saw a bunch of my SummerIsSerious fellow participants photos. A couple other photos that I had noticed that had been tagged SummerIsSerious. A photo that I had just taken the day before was up there tagged SummerIsSerious. My actual Nike draft card was up there tagged SummerIsSerious. So I saw a lot of stuff on there. A couple of my teammates took pictures of themselves next to their own pictures on the book. So we finally get out of there. We get back to the hotel room. SummerIsSerious was over. Yo. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Listen, it's Saturday night, technically it's Sunday morning, it's 12:40 a.m. I got a call time tomorrow morning of 7 a.m. to take a ride over to LaGuardia Airport to fly back to Miami. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is a little bit over 4 hours from now. I'm still awake because I'm trying to make sense of all this stuff I gotta pack to get on the plane and take back to Miami. And you got to hear what everybody really thought. We all just got to sit and talk about what we like, what we didn't like, our histories leading up to this. And it's interesting because the people in the focus group, the people that put together this event said, you know, we feel like we know you guys because we've been following you on social media all these months leading up to the draft. We had to choose players, so it's kind of like we had to get to know you to decide who to pick. So that was really, it was an intimate type of thing. It was nice to hear the other players talk about what they saw, what they felt leading up to this, because a lot of us, we knew of each other off the internet, like guys who are known on YouTube like myself, guys known for dunking, guys who've been on other tours, players who play in other places. So it was interesting. Players, we had a player on my team from the Drew League, we got a guy from Houston that's done the Sprite Slam Jam, actually 2 guys from there, other guys from YouTube. guy from Canada who's real big up in Canada with training and playing. So it was a lot of history in the room between the 8 of us. Even if we didn't all know of each other, each one of us knew of at least one other person in the room, just from our histories in basketball. So it's really a small basketball world when you put together this group of 16 guys who made the Summer Series. I'm in the room and I'm putting together all this stuff, trying to figure out, all right, what's going to go in what suitcase, which bag am I going to pack, how am I going to pack this basketball and a suitcase and luggage to take back with me. And I'm going through all my stuff and putting it in order. I'm putting the shorts in one pile, I got the shirts over here, I got the shoes over here, I got the clothes that need to be cleaned over there, and I'm just putting everything in groups before I actually try to stuff it in these suitcases. And I look on my bed and there's a brown duffel bag that looks like this. This brown duffel bag is sitting on my bed. Now this is not a big deal because we got our stuff. We were given bags like this when we had the game last night with our uniforms and the game sneakers. I saw the KDs that I played in during the game, which is these right here. I actually wore these all day today, and I seen people looking at my shoes like, yo, those is nice, because of the chrome colors, how they actually change colors. I showed you these last night, and I thought this bag was that same bag from last night. So I went to grab the bag because I figured it was empty. I remember taking everything out the bag, but the bag had some weight in it, so I'm like, what the hell is this? I look at the bag and I see that it got my name on it, which the bag did have my name on it, so I knew it wasn't a different bag. I look inside the bag and there's some stuff inside the wrapper still in there. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't put this bag here. Come to realize, I look a little bit deeper in the bag, and what do I see inside of it? Now this was something they didn't tell us was going to be there, I guess, while we was out. They sent people into the rooms and put these bags in our rooms, and what did I find? A pair of the KD 66s, the orange KDs that commemorate the day when KD dropped 66 points at Rucker Park. Thank you, Nike Basketball, for putting these in our room as one last surprise. I mean, this, and it says on the toe here, if you can read this, it says, Seat Pleasant's Finest. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't, I'll get you a more detailed view in a future video. I got KD's signature here on the inside of the shoe. I'll tell you something I told the people at the focus group today. This whole Summer Series experience has been like one long day. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 days. It's been one long day that just did not end. The surprises didn't stop, the fun didn't stop, the laughs didn't stop. There was no boring parts to this whole event. There was nothing about it that I say there's nothing about it that I say this event was great, but I wish they would have cut that part out. Every single thing we did was unbelievable. It was fun. It was organized. There were no problems. This is an unbelievable event. This is probably the most fun basketball event I've ever been a part of in my life. Nike Basketball, I know y'all going to be watching this video. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you for all the organizers. I don't know all you by name, but Kaiser and TT, who are point people, the people we dealt with the most over this weekend, thank you for helping put this together. All the video and film people, all the people from Wyden and Kennedy, all the Epiphany people. Man, I'm going to just leave it at that for now. And to all my fans, all my supporters out there who helped push and support me to get chosen for the Summer Series and who were happy to see me at Summer Series, all the fans I saw in New York, I met at least, I think, in the double digits. I met between 10 and 20. I say between 10 and 20 fans of mine from off YouTube or wherever while I've been here in New York. Took pictures with most of y'all. A bunch of y'all heard from who I didn't get to meet because you couldn't get into the gym. Told y'all it was going to be crowded. Some of y'all got into the gym, but it was the day we were playing, so I couldn't talk to you. I'm sorry, I understand that. Man, all the people who've been supporting, even if you just watch the videos, you don't have to tweet nothing, you ain't got to hit the like button, you don't have to leave a comment. Even if you just watch the videos, you subscribe, you read the blog post, you follow me on Twitter, any form of support you have given me, I appreciate all y'all, because all y'all has something to do with me being right here. My name wouldn't be what it is in social media if it wasn't for the people giving a damn about what I'm putting out right now. So that means I'm putting out something worthwhile and y'all getting something good out of it. So I appreciate y'all like y'all appreciate me. Leave it at that. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Nike Basketball. Summer is serious. Say about this event. I got there Thursday evening. I left Sunday morning. That whole span, we'll say 72 hours, less than 72 hours, it felt like one long day. It didn't feel like, on Saturday I was thinking, what day was it? I couldn't separate Thursday from Friday from Saturday. Sunday I knew what day it was because the first thing I did when I woke up was get food and go get on the plane. But that whole event, this whole Summer is Serious thing, it felt like one long day that just did not end, but in a good way. Everything we did was fun. There were no lulls in the action. There was nothing that I would have said, take that part out. There was no boring parts. There was nothing we did that I didn't want to do. Every single thing was fun. The event was incredibly organized. Everything was put together perfectly. Man, it was fantastic. This was, like I said at the beginning of this basketball event I've ever been a part of. And I'm very thankful to have been a part of it. So that is it. That is the entire Summer is Serious experience. I don't believe any of y'all could possibly have any questions. I cover every single thing. Only people who could have questions, only questions I can think of is from somebody who didn't watch the whole video. But I might be wrong. If there's anything I did not cover that you want to know about, let me know in the comments. You know how to reach me. You can follow me on Twitter. You see the links here. Twitter is Dre All Day. Instagram is Dre Baldwin. My Facebook is Work On Your Game. You can reach me, email dre@dreallday.com. You know the website is dreallday.com. You know if you see me, holler at me. That's it. That's all. Nike basketball. People who put this event together, thank you for having me. The Work On Your Game community, thanks you for bringing me in. I got a lot of supporters out there, as y'all know. Everybody, that's it. That's all. Work On Your Game. DreAllDay.com. Nike basketball. Summer was definitely serious. DreAllDay.com. We're in Times Square right now, the aftermath. It is Sunday, August the 18th morning. It is just about 6 a.m., just after 6 a.m. I'm standing on the corner of 52nd and Broadway, right in the middle of Times Square. If you look up this street right here, you see that yellow sign? That's where they film the Letterman show, Late Night with David Letterman. Just came out of this Dwayne Reed right here, getting me a couple of Avion waters for the trip. I got a ride to LaGuardia Airport in about an hour. Flight's leaving at 9 o'clock this morning. And let me tell y'all something. This event, Summer is Serious, we only been here 48 hours. I got here Thursday night and everything was over by Saturday night. We didn't have hardly no downtime. I mean, we had about maybe 45 minutes of downtime total since I got here. This entire event just felt like one long day. You know what I'm saying? But a long day in a good way. There was no downs. There was no part of it that I wanted to take out. No part of it that I didn't like. Everybody got along. Everybody had fun. We coming back with so much stuff that we didn't show up with. And I'm not talking about just immaterial stuff. There's a hell of a lot of material stuff, but just the experience, the people we met, the fun we had, all the people that supported and all the people that came together to make this event take place. Nike Summer is Serious. It's been crazy, man. So I'm signing off for the Summer is Serious thing. Hopefully y'all enjoyed these updates. Hopefully I got to take y'all a little bit inside of what happened, since only 16 of us got to actually live it. Work on your game. Dre all day. Nike basketball. Summer is serious.